You need to stop overthinking your online business and just start putting in the work. In this video, we're going to walk through how simple this actually is to get to a consistent 10K months and then eventually even get beyond that. I've got a full free training in the description on how to do that as well. Highly recommend picking that up after we go through this video. But in this video, I'm going to do all this live with you. I'm going to go through the very simple 3-step process so you could literally start getting to work today and building the momentum that you need up to those 10K months. So I am going to do this from scratch. Like I don't even fully know where it's going because we're going to use AI to kind of give us direction. And you'll see what I mean by that in just a second. So we're going to build this from scratch together. And by the end of the day, you should have the steps that you need to get started. Okay. Step number 1, pick your niche. I actually hate this word. Oh, this didn't have a strike through. Unfortunate. Avatar. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to ChatGPT. And I already said you and I are about to be on a YouTube video together, and we're going to do this project live. Say hey to the audience. Let's begin by picking a random niche. And I'm starting with niche, but I'm going to go down to avatar. So what you're going to see in this video is I can't go as deep as I would if we were working one-on-one together. If that's something you want to do, schedule a call down in the description. I'd love to hop on a call with you, talk through your business, and see how we can get you to those consistent 10K months. But this is everything. Understanding deeply and intimately who your avatar is everything. And you'll see how we get there. And again, we're going to keep it crazy simple today. We're not going deep on who that person is. We're just going to have a good general idea, some problems that they have, and then we're going to go through the other 2 steps. Ooh, hey everyone, what's up? Super pumped. Nice. I'm going to spin the niche wheel. Home-based candle business owners who want to sell online. That is going to be awful. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking about. I'll go ahead and let you know what step 2 is going to be. So this is where we're going to have to formulate what our offer is going to be there. And it's going to be solving the primary pain point of our avatar. So here's my struggle with this is home-based candle business owners. Okay, no, we can definitely do this. Okay. Thanks for the niche. Give me some different options of avatars within that niche. So usually whatever niche you're going to go into, I assume that you already are in it yourself. You already like it. You already are pretty knowledgeable in it. So who your avatar is going to be within that niche is probably going to be some version of your past self in a lot of cases, right? I very much go into this in my own story. A lot of what I say and who I'm talking to is a past version of myself because I can communicate to that person so clearly because I intimately knew me, right? So when we understand our niche, now when we go deeper and try to understand our avatar, we're really kind of thinking through who we were. So let's look through a few of these. Profile, mid-30s, local markets, and on Etsy. Okay, so now we know like Etsy is a big part of what we're going to be going into. Late 20s. Now, most of the time, again, I'm going to say like which one most relates to you is probably the one of these you're going to pick, but we'll get there in a second. So this is actually really good. I hadn't used this specific prompt with them before. I have like a whole custom GPT I use with clients to build this out. So this actually turned out pretty good. So we've got the goal, the pain, the emotion. Okay. I'm going to skim through these kind of fast just so we can pick one and keep going. Great at making candles, but terrible at online marketing. That's why I shouldn't have hesitated. This is a business owner looking for leads, right? So we can definitely find an offer for that person. Terrible at leads, late 20, conscious creator, obsessed with sustainability, main pain, position their story or their brand. Okay. Time constraints and overwhelm. She's tired trying to do all the things. Okay. The boutique builder, ambitious, already selling locally or wholesale. So very quickly, what I'm seeing from this is like by the profile we're seeing, we can already need to be thinking about like, what is our offer going to be? Because that's heavily going to affect which of these we pick. Let me go to the last one. Younger creator, Makes aesthetic candle content. She's getting views but not sales. Okay. So we could work with any of them. It really doesn't matter. But as I'm thinking through these options, here are a few things that I'm thinking about. First off, which one do we personally relate to is the most important part. Which problems do we know we can help solve? So for this person, they need help with online marketing. They just don't know what to do. They're probably like, mid-30s isn't out of online context, but they didn't grow up in it in the same way as like an early or mid-20s would. Our offer is probably going to be on Etsy because we want to lean in to the thing they're already using. A lot of our content is going to be around Etsy. We're going to have a little bit of content maybe around local markets, but Etsy is what we're going to really lean into. If we're here, we're going to do a lot of content about storytelling. We're going to do a lot of content about brand. We're also going to go into some of the same strategies, right? So here's what you'll see is there's a lot of crossover between all of these, but probably like what the breakdown is going to be different, right? So on this, we're probably going to spend 60, 70% talking about Etsy. On this, we might spend 10 to 20%. Down here, time constraints. So we're going to talk about like, how do you get a lot of your time back while still doing this? Inventory logistics, lack of digital marketing strategy, getting views but not sales. So a couple things I'm thinking about here are one, first of all, which of these actually has money to pay for something? Which one can actually invest in solving their pain? So obviously late 20s, you absolutely can. Mid 30s, I really like that a little bit more. Stay-at-home mom, obviously it's a very, very broad market all the way across the spectrum. But the reason I ask this question is because ideally we have an offer that's priced around $1,000 because that allows us to only have to sell 10 a month in order to hit our $10,000 mark. Every single one of these, you can easily find 10 people a month in all 5 of these very, very broad industries. But what I'm also thinking is eventually I want to scale beyond consistent 10K months. Eventually I want to be able to do $50,000 to $100,000 a month. And I know that sounds crazy. I have other videos that talk through this. What you are doing is just adding one level higher ticket, right? So if your main product, let's say you sell a lower ticket product that anybody can buy, like a $47, $50 item or a $100 item. And maybe it's just like templates, or maybe it is, just like very basic online marketing stuff for candle makers specifically. That's your offer. That's for anybody. The main offer you promote, we want it to be between like 500, 1,000, all the way up to 2,500. For this, I'm probably looking at 1,000. And then our high end offer, we probably want between $5,000 and $10,000. And again, I don't know this industry enough. Like I would have to think about this for a while, but what I'm going to be thinking about is, what kind of done-for-you option can I offer someone at the $5,000 to $10,000 mark? And what kind of guarantees can I put in place, right? Like, is there something that I can guarantee a certain amount of buyers, a certain amount of traffic, a certain amount of fill in the blank that makes that price point worth it? Because that's going to dictate how much I'm able to charge, right? Because always the goal is to serve our audience because we want to build our brand and create a good relationship with them and serve them well. And then as we serve them well, word of mouth, we're able to serve others well, testimonials, all these things, right? So we're thinking about these 3 tiers: a very, very low ticket offer that we're not going to push, but we're going to have available, a core offer, 500 to 1,000, and then eventually a 5 to 10K that we're just going to be thinking about. We're not going to talk about that today, but it's going to be on our mind. So again, because a lot of what this is stop overthinking and just start picking. You can literally just pick any of them. We can make small adjustments because all of these are still within the same industry. We're talking to a candle maker who needs leads and sales. Primarily online is what we're going to be doing. So, okay, good. So our niche is going to be candle maker. Let me actually look at this again. Home-based candle business owner. And then we're going to pick any of these avatars. Let me just grab one. I'm just going to grab this one for now. We will go with, do a deep dive into this avatar. Obviously, these are super like just basic prompts because this is like, let's get up and running in 20 minutes kind of thing. This isn't what you want to eventually do is understand your avatar much more deeply than what I'm talking about here, because all of your content is for this person, right? So we want to understand what their desires are, what the pleasure that they're seeking is, what the pain that they're experiencing is, what are the experiences they probably already have that they're trying to avoid, what are their fears. Like, all these things are important because this is the person we're talking to every time we make a video. So self-view, I'm a maker, not a marketer. So this is probably a limiting belief that we really, really want to lean into in our content later on. Like, you're nothing. You're either you have to bring someone who's going to do the marketing for you, or you have to become this. We can't have this limiting belief that I don't tell people about my stuff, because then you can't have a business. So we're going to have to find a way to break this belief of, like, yes, I can be both a maker and a marketer. And if I'm going to serve people the way I want to with these incredible candles that I have to become both, or I have to hire that. I want to be seen as a brand, not a hobby. Okay. Unpredictable income, really big one, right? So maybe for this, we're thinking about, okay, unpredictable income. How do we make it more predictable? How do we create subscription stuff because we're using Etsy? How do we do things that makes this person's income more predictable? Marketing paralysis. So we want to simplify marketing. They don't like marketing. They don't understand marketing. So what are the things that just, like, make their life easier? Again, a lot of this kind of stuff too is in the $1,000 courses. Like, what can we just take off your plate? And eventually in the high end, the done for you, the coaching, whatever it is, we want to really remember this part because they do not want to do this. So they have no leverage. Every sale depends on personal effort. So how can we leverage AI? How can we leverage maybe virtual assistants? What can we do to get something off of them? Content confusion. They should know what should be on social media. Fear of getting too big. Deep down, the fear of losing the authenticity of being homemade. So, I mean, here I'd go super practical. Like, okay, now I'm obviously not this demographic because I would just speak way too just non-emotionally and just matter-of-factly on this. It's like, if you want to have a business, we have to figure out how much are you selling, how much money are you making per sale, how many do we have to sell a month to be where you want to be at, and are you okay with doing that, or is that going to make you feel like a sellout? Because these things have to be justified together. Core desires is a freedom desire, an online income stream, validation, impact, sustainability, or stability. So all these things, right? And so we have a really good understanding of our avatar. We're going to read that. We're going to think about that. And we're going to pick, what is this person's biggest problems, name top 3. Sorry, I have my computer at a weird angle, so it's hard to type like this. Unpredictable sales is number 1. Simplifying marketing and no leverage. So ideally, we find verbiage or an offer that solves all 3. If we can't, this is the most important one. And if we find a way to intertwine them together, we want to do that in our offer. But if we can't do all 3, we want to focus on number 1. But any of these 3 would kind of work. So we're going to say, okay, this is the main problem that we're going to go try to solve for our avatar. So we have our avatar. Number 2, we have to go pick an offer. So this is going to be the most time-consuming part. I'm going to talk you through this. And what I'm going to recommend for you, especially if you fall within this category of overthinking and just not working, you don't have to have an offer today, okay? So what we can do is give a free lead magnet. We can do, there's something, it's on my other Jake the Affiliate YouTube channel where it's called Ebook Writer AI and or Bonus Builder AI. Both of those I've reviewed. Both of them are very good. And that could create something for us very quickly that we can then offer as a lead magnet and basically just say, here, I want to give you this for free. And in exchange, we get an email from them. So that's an option just to get started, because what we want to do is start working, and we can come back to that part later. But when we think of an offer, what is the thing that we're thinking about? Truthfully, we're probably looking. So I always want to lean toward an affiliate offer. I don't want to go too deep into this in this video, but an affiliate offer allows me to point someone to a company, and then I go back to focusing on traffic. So, hey, go check out this company. They're going to help solve this problem for you. And then you're working on acquiring more of your ideal avatar. You're trying to speak to more of your avatar. And then every time you're saying, hey, I feel that this is your core problem. This company, I work with them. I love them. I've used them. I've seen results from other people just like you who went to them. Go work with them, and they're going to help solve this issue for you. In a perfect world, we work with a company that has a lot of affiliate offers. So we're either getting paid recurring commission or a high ticket commission in that $500 to $1,000. But obviously it's just niche dependent. It's going to take some work to go find what that offer is. Now, thankfully with something like this, unpredictable sales, like there are infinite affiliate programs that help with sales. You could also look for white label things. I had a product that I used to sell called the social media. The original product was the social media lead machine, and I white labeled it to the Christian entrepreneur lead machine. So it was helping Christian entrepreneurs get leads in their market. So you could take something like that, like find a product that you can white label and then sell to people using, like speaking directly to your avatar, right? That's what white labeling is. So you could do a white label option. You could find an affiliate offer. You can create something yourself. You can create a small video course. There's so many options that you can use for offer. If either one of these things you want me to create a video going deeper on, either the offer or the avatar, let me know in the comments. I don't want to spend too much time on any of them, but you can also go to affiliate networks. So you can go to ClickBank. You can go to Digistore. You can go to Warrior Plus. You can go to JVZoo. Just type in into Google affiliate offers for fill in the blank or affiliate networks. In fact, that's what we're going to do first, actually. We're going to look at this real quick. Affiliate offers for home-based businesses. Okay? So we're going to look through a lot of this stuff. Home-based businesses that need leads. So we're just going to do some research. This is why I say, like, this is the part that's going to take a little bit of time because you've got to, this is home improvement. So another really good option, I actually love this if you're getting started, and I know this might sound like a lot. You can do a 5 to 10 video series. This could be your $97 offer, actually. Or you could even give it away for free in the beginning, get feedback, and then charge when you feel like it's really good. Give away a free course. Ask people for their feedback about that course. You could also do a school community. I'll set that aside. That's actually a really good way. I'm actually going to come back to that in a second. Create a free course. In that course, add affiliate links, right? So maybe I saw this one here. So maybe you want to show them how to build a funnel out, how to do email marketing, some of these strategies that they might need. And then you can just put affiliate offers inside the course. You give the course away, but when they use the course and use your affiliate offers, you get commission. That's another way to do it. So basically you give them answers to their problems and they have to buy the affiliate links in order to actually execute on that plan. But I'll tell you what I would do in this industry specifically. I would go start a school community. I would start it for free. Once you have 20 to 40 members, you slowly start charging $7, $50, maybe $100. And so now, especially something like this, where a big part is like, you don't feel connected to people, you feel alone, you feel like disconnected because not a lot of people do candle making because it's so specific. This would be a really good opportunity for a community. And if you can't find an offer, really, community is a great way to go. I have some issues with communities, but depending on the niche, sometimes it does make a lot of sense. Okay, so let's say we're going to go with a school-based community group. If you're not familiar, school is this. So what I really like about school too is you have like a few different options. Is you can let them in for free. You can have courses inside of your school community that they would have to pay for. You can sell things inside of the community that's actually built into the platform, or you could offer it all for free and have affiliate links. There's so many ways to do it, but this is a really good way to get feedback on what you're providing, improve it, and that's what's going to allow you to eventually sell a higher ticket item. So affiliate offers, if you can find a really good one. A school community is a really good backup. Now, finally, this is what actually matters. Once we've done these two things, it's over, it's done, we have our stuff. We don't really need to come back to this until we decide to have a high ticket offer. Step number 3, YouTube. So if you're familiar with my coaching program, the Authority Engine framework is very, very simple. It is one avatar, one offer, or one core offer. You can kind of have other offers, but one thing is the main thing we always talk about, which solves a very specific problem. So let me actually tie that to something. Unpredictable sales. So if we were to do a school community, this is what our marketing for that school community would look like. Hey, are you a candle maker? Do you have a home-based candle business? Whatever that verbiage is. And you feel like your sales are unpredictable every month. You're tired of the marketing overwhelm and you can't find leverage, or you're stuck trading your time, might be a simpler way to put it. This is a community of people who work together to solve these issues in such and such a way. So again, remember that our avatar has these main pain points. So this offer has to be solving those main pain points. Finally, YouTube. Okay, so now the reason it's one avatar, one offer, and one traffic source, I always say YouTube, because I talk about this in other videos. I won't go into depth. It's simple, it's scalable, it's predictable. If we publish YouTube content long enough, it is basically impossible to fail. We can eventually scale it to that 50 to 100K mark if we want to, and it's very simple, because once this stuff is done, and you're going to see a couple things here, but once that stuff is done, you never have to touch anything else. You just have to make more content. And it's honestly really fun. Like, it's a lot of fun to talk to a avatar that you really like and want to serve, and you just help them solve their problems every single day. And then as you help solve their problems, more people just like them come to you, and you get to do this over and over and over again. It's really fulfilling. It's really fun. It's also just a great way to live life on your own terms. So we're going to publish YouTube content. Give me 10 ideas for YouTube videos. Address the biggest questions and concerns of my avatar. So here's where we're starting, right? You think, Jake, I don't know YouTube. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Blah, blah, blah. None of that matters. All you're doing is talking to someone you understand and helping them solve their problems. All you're doing is answering their main questions and their main concerns in the first 10, 15, 20 videos. When we don't care about quality right now, we're just building up a library of content. Let me give you just a little picture here. Let's look at the oldest videos on this channel. These are atrocious. You can see I actually started it off. I was a youth pastor at the time, so I was going a different direction with it. I mean, this was literally just me speaking at an event. First of all, atrocious thumbnails. I reference these all the time because they crack me up. If I had any self-respect, I would go back and change them, but I think they're funny. And it's also just a good reminder of where I came from. Like, these videos, I mean, this is me just drawing on a whiteboard. The audio is terrible. The picture is terrible. No one cares. This is where you're starting, not where you're ending. We'll fix all that crap later. What we're going to do for now is we're just going to start publishing, okay? So let's you know this industry. You know the person you're talking to. You know how to solve their problems. That's why we have the avatar we have. So why your candle sales stop after every craft fair? So we're going to go through these. And any of them that you feel like you can answer, we are going to, I don't even care if you just pick your phone up and record yourself talking about these things for 2 to 3 minutes. That's fine. We're getting in reps. When people find you later, it might be a year later. Now you're a good YouTuber. You've got 5,000, 7,000, 15,000, 20,000 subscribers. None of that matters. You have a library of content that people can go back to, where even if it's not the best quality, you actually did give good answers to the problems they had. So we're getting the reps, we're building the skills, and we're answering the questions of our ideal customer. Okay? Very simple. Don't overcomplicate it. We can improve this stuff over time. Right now, it's just about shooting the content. It's all about, can you actually provide quality answers to your avatar? And we're going to get the reps in. Lastly, what are some one-time projects that we're going to have to do? Because we're going to set a schedule for how much we're going to post on YouTube, and we're going to stick to it. Mine right now, just to get rid of every excuse you think you might have, I post 2 times a day on this channel. I post one on this channel and one on my Jake the Affiliate channel. I also have multiple faceless channels that my team and I post on every day. One of the channels gets 10 videos a day. Yesterday I posted 76 pieces of content on Facebook. Like, it's actually not that difficult because it's the only thing you have to do. So I highly encourage, this sounds crazy to some people, I highly encourage 1 video a day. And you know why? Because you can point your camera at your face and answer this question for 2 to 3 minutes, and you can do it every day. It's not that difficult. But 1 a day seems overwhelming to some people. First of all, I'm going to encourage you to get over it, but that's just because I want to encourage you. I want you to get better. I want you to improve. I want you to hit 10K months. But we are going to set a schedule, whether it's every day, whether it's every other day, whether it's 3 times a week, 5 times a week, and we're going to stick to it, and we're going to post on YouTube consistently, okay? And that's going to be all we have to do in our business. Now, what are some one-time projects that I always recommend you do at some point? So at some point, we want a funnel. A funnel is going to allow us to collect an email lead in exchange for something. So we have a free PDF on marketing for candle makers, right? How to get free leads for candle makers, right? We have something for free that's good, that's high quality, that we give them, and in exchange, we get their email address. We set that up one time. We never have to do it again. Another is our autoresponder. I guess I just wasn't going to put that, which is basically just our, that's going to drive me crazy. An autoresponder allows us to send mass emails, basically. So we are going to get this email sequence in place, and the longer we can build it out, the better. But in the beginning, maybe just 10 emails over the first 20 days. So like every other day, we're going to email them and we're going to tell them about our cool offer. We are going to tell them about our school community and why are you not in it? There are other people just like you. They're trying to solve the same problems. We're doing it together. Why aren't you here? It's free, or it's only $20. Do you think it's worth $20 to solve all these core problems that you've been dealing with? And not only do you get to solve them, but you get to do with people who are just like you and are trying to solve the exact same problems, right? So every day we're going to have this email sequence set up where we are just going to email them over and over and over. Once it's set up, you don't have to touch it again. Eventually, as you get bigger, we can be more strategic about that. But in the beginning, we're setting it up and it's done. Lastly, I like to have link tracking in place. This one's not even required, but it is good to kind of know where your clicks are coming from. Is it YouTube? Does it end up being something like Facebook? Whatever. Let me make sure. What else did I have here? So link tracking, funnel builder, autoresponder. I did want to mark these down because I knew I'd forget one. I actually, and it depends when you're watching this because I don't know how long this will last, but I highly, highly recommend, let me be very specific, very, very careful with this. All I care about is you're posting your YouTube videos. That's all I care about. I would rather you do 1 video a day and never touch Facebook, ever. But with any time you have left, because this is all you have to do in your business, if this takes you 2 hours and you have 3 hours a day to work on your business, the other hour, post on Facebook. It is unreal right now how much traffic is being driven by that. I've got a lot of videos on this. I'm not going to go in depth into it. I have this one. I have this one, touched it. This one right here. And then when you go into this one, I also show you a different, like I've talked about this a bunch. Go watch those videos. So much traffic's being driven right now. I'm going all in on it. After my YouTube videos are published, this isn't priority number 1, but this is driving extra traffic to my YouTube channel, to my lead magnet, and eventually to my high ticket coaching offer. Okay. So really good extra traffic source, but it is extra. Focus is YouTube, period. And then I think I had one more thing, improve offer. So another thing we want to do is because we have a brand, right? Like we are helping people solve this problem. And this is really, really important. Whether it's a lead magnet, whether it is a school community, whatever your primary thing that you were telling people about in every video, by the way, every video we're saying in the description, in the case of this video, in the description is my free training to help you get to consistent 10K months in your business. Make sure to get it. It's right down there. We should be doing that in every video. We tell them about our school group, or maybe give a lead magnet. We can kind of choose how we want to do that. And over time, we want to make our lead magnet better. We want to make our school community better. For me, like in our coaching program, we also give out access to a really good course. So I'm constantly upgrading the course, like making it better. If I have a conversation with a coaching client, I'm like, oh, other people might have that question. Let me go add something about this to the course. So this is what we're doing, right? So one time, and then these are extras if you want to, but again, we're focusing on YouTube. This is how easy it actually is. I talked for a while about it because I wanted it to be comprehensive, but also show the simplicity. This is why this is the model I coach. I made $300,000 doing online arbitrage and literally worked 0 hours a week because my team ran the whole business. And in spite of that, this is the model I'm coaching because I think anyone can do this if they're serious. I think I can get anyone to consistent 10K months by following the Authority Engine framework where we have a 1-1-1. It is one avatar, one offer, one traffic source, which is YouTube. And we do this because it's simple, predictable, and scalable. That's why we go YouTube. If you follow this blueprint over a long enough time horizon, you are guaranteed to succeed and to hit. You are theoretically, I guess I shouldn't make guarantees. I think if we're coaching, I can actually make these guarantees. But this is the formula that if you do it over a long enough time horizon, like we are going to predictably get to 10K months. And if we want, we can scale beyond that. And I have other videos going over the scaling process. If you want to see the difference between 10K and 50K, there are 2 good videos you can watch. The Secret to 50K Months on YouTube and the Escape the Cubicle. Both of those are really good. So if you have any questions about this, please do let me know down in the comments. I'm always trying to help you guys. I want to answer the questions you have, not the ones that I think you have. So please let me know what your questions are. But guys, it's really this simple. Pick your avatar, pick your offer, tell people, like publish on YouTube and help this person solve their problems, help them solve it with your offer, and you're going to make money predictably more and more and more over time because YouTube is both a search engine and a potential to go viral. Both of those working together. Just keep posting. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. And I'll see you again very soon on the next video.